Hello guys, this is what's my name? Mudakaiser here, doing a quick game, casual U-White in the best of three room on Magic the Gathering online. I don't normally do voice, but I did get a new headset, so I thought I would give it a try and see how the sound comes out. I guess I could be probably streaming this too, but we'll see how it goes. It's a lot harder to pretend like you never lose when you're streaming, and then you lose on screen. As opposed to if you just record the videos, then you can just not show any videos of you losing. It does look like Magic the Gathering Online is back on the London Mulligan, which is now the standard Mulligan, so that makes sense. But I wasn't aware of that until I played the first game, and I mulliganed, and I had two Hawks, and I put one back, and I'm like, oh, this is great. The first game I played as kind of a warm-up, and also I thought I was recording. Wow, this is like an absolutely poop hand. We're not going to keep this. So they're like, wow, we have no action for 4 turns. That's really bad. And we get a Hawk and then get two Hawks and do nothing. So I'd rather mulligan this since we're at 6 cards anyway. This is a pretty good hand. So turn 1 we don't need to do anything, and then turn 2 we can Martyr or we can Hawk. We do need to put back something. Let's see. We don't need 3 lands, so we're fine. So since we had no idea what they're on, if they play a green land, I might play the Martyr out anyway, but unlikely. At the worst case scenario, we can Wrath on 4. That's weird. He mulliganed, drew a card, didn't cast anything. Not even like he was discarding for a reanimation strategy. So we played a Maria and passed. Not terribly surprising. So technically we can Martyr for 4 right now. Oh shit, it's the dreaded mirror match. Who is this? I'm not really sure what was going on there then. Who knows if they have their chat open. Gosh, this is super awkward. So in this case, so gaining life doesn't really matter, right? So we have basically infinite life. And people's life isn't going to matter. So we can't Hawk right now. Well, we could Hawk right now. But if we do Hawk right now, what happens is we only get 2 cards. It doesn't really improve our clock in any meaningful way because we're not going to beat another Martyr deck by... we're not going to beat another Martyr deck by attacking with Hawks. That's just not a thing that exists. So I guess we get to see each other's hands now, which is kind of cute. Now, the fact that I have a Field of Ruin in my hand kind of sucks. Because they're only playing basics. So Martyr of Dusk. Alright, this guy's on jank. We automatically already won. See, you always crack this before you play the land. Or the other white card, because now I'm going to get to crack it. This is weird. I'm not sure. You can see what I have, buddy. Because I'm going to a lot. So, the fact that we don't have a bunch of white mana here kind of sucks. But we're getting value. I would say we're doing things. So we could get 3 Hawks here, and then Martyr for 1, 2, for 5 next turn, which is great. The thing is, nobody has a relevant clock at all. So we're done. We have nothing else to do here. So the other thing that really sucks is he's tapping out here to play stuff, which sounds good for an aggro deck, but it means he hasn't been able to crack Martyr. And next turn I can Wrath if he doesn't leave open Martyr mana. And if he doesn't, I get to Ranger of Eos and I get the first Sarah. So what does he get? He has he's playing like Soul Sisters or some shit. Some terrible Soul Sisters build. Okay. So we already won this game. So we're playing sweepers. So the best thing they could do is extend into, to extend like a million things forward, and then they just die. The fact that our Field of Ruins never turned into any other color source kind of sucks, but... No, I don't care. I'll block. So this is an interesting trade to offer. It gets a vampire back. Ouch. The vampire has lifelink. But as soon as he drops a... as soon as he drops that Pride Minion, I'm going to Wrath. But I get to Ranger first for Sarah's. Ironically, of course, my Emeria showing that I have 0 planes right now. Oh, I have too many cards. That's hilarious. We're going to discard a Hawk. If our opponent ever plays a non-basic land, we're going to destroy it so hard. So our opponent can't actually attack into our board. I think it has lifelink, right? So if he gains the life either way, but our thing is dead either way also. So we don't actually care. Like if we block it, we can still block a Johnny's. Actually, we can still block the Johnny's no matter what. So it goes up to a 3/3 unless he plays something that gains a life. I saw the Hazada, I saw this. So he's got 2 Hawks in hand. I feel really bad for him. I'm going to block this. The worst he could do is trick me and do a combat trick, and then I will blow it up. And if he doesn't, then I get to Squadron Hawk. Yeah, you can just 2 more. Like, I don't care, dude. I'm about to drop double Hawks. Unless I draw something crazy here, you just like are going to lose really quick. Because we know 2 of the cards in his hand are Hawks. Oh, and we have a path. So here we go. The only thing that sucks is we could drop 2 Sarahs. But if we do that, if we drop the 2 Sarahs, then we can't path. And unfortunately, he's playing no non-basics, so we can't Field of Ruin anything. That being said, our opponent is probably going to concede sometime pretty soon. I don't want to play out my second Sarah here. Because... So here's the thing. The Johnny's Pride Mate can't attack into me because I have the Sarah. Sorry, that's my son. He's having fun playing Magic with Daddy. But also, there's no real benefit to attacking here. Oh, no, funky. So this is like a standard deck. This is like literally actually... This deck is probably standard legal right now. Unfortunately, we're playing the better deck. Yeah. Say hi to everybody in the Martyr Discord. Hi. Hi, Daddy, I love you. That's what he was saying. He went, I love you so much, Daddy. You're my favorite. Don't tell Mommy. So I think our opponent is deep tanking here. We know 2 of his cards. So if he plays some squawks, he can block for a little while. But we can just keep on keeping on. This deck would be kind of funny with the new free, or the pitch, whatever. The new pitch force would be really good here. Not that it actually matters in any meaningful way, but it will at least make their clock somewhat relevant. I think at the end of turn we pass their Johnnies. They can't attack. There's no reason for us to keep this in our hand, so we're just going to pass it. It's a relevant-ish threat. Getting in for 6 when we're both at over 30 life is probably not going to matter. That being said, he does get pretty big pretty quick, so there's no reason to cast more stuff here. If he has another path, if he has a path, I can play another Sarah. And of course we win the trade forever. So he can choose to sack his whole board. He's got the path. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I'll take it. He's got the path, so we play our next one out. He probably won't block this. He might, but he probably won't. I don't see any reason why you would. That being said, let's see. We know that he has 3 hawks, not 4. So he didn't block. We can play our other Assyria, play our other Ascendant, and then we will play Martyr. You're like, oh, Jeffrey, you just lost 3 life. I'm like, yeah, but I don't care. He could sweep us right now, which would be kind of hilarious, I guess. Okay, game's basically over. We don't want to attack with Martyr, though. So once we get some card advantage, this game will legitimately be over. Yeah. This game is basically over, but not all the way. So he's a go-wide deck. These are really good. This is probably bad. Weathered Wayfarer is also bad. Lyra's fine. Cataclysmic is fine. 2 Gideons, probably good. He's not searching his library. Putting this on a Johnny and Sarah probably ends the game, basically. They get random dumb beats, but it doesn't really matter. So they had no Soul Sisters there. I don't know exactly what they were doing. Like, this is a rogue deck of a rogue deck. So this is a really bad hand. 3 tap lands, thing, and no action. So we'll mulligan that. I almost said keep. So we'll have to put one of these back, keep in mind. And we're gonna have to put back to Fairy, because we're playing nothing but tap lands. I guess that might have been a mistake, but I think a sweeper is more important to have than a Hawks. Okay, sure. Hawks are cute, but not super powerful against us. This is literally a standard legal deck, so I'm not sure what's going on. If I drew a land that wasn't a tap land, that would have been amazing. Unfortunately, we drew another tap land. So I don't think... I mean, I very rarely actually turn Emiria on, but this game, definitely not. So he's going to get in for 1, and then we Martyr for 1, 2, 3. So my mulliganing is so bad for Martyr. So like we're not even gonna have it turned on. It's okay. So we just need him to keep extending into our. We need him to keep extending into our sweeper. Yep, nothing we can do about that. Flooded Strand will get us nothing we care about. We could go get a plains. Yeah, we'll get a plains. Yeah, remember? It's okay. So we get a free block on a Johnny. Nobody.
Is he your girlfriend?
No, I'm recording with myself. So I can share it with the internet. The whole internet.
Oh, well. Hi, internet.
I don't know if they can hear you. Three. Okay, this guy's on some kind of weird business. I don't know what he's doing. But we'll keep Martyr as long as possible. So we definitely win the grind game. And by the way, that fetch land made our glacial come in untapped, which is great. Yeah, we're going to block that. So it actually gains us. Oh, shit. Don't do it. Ooh, we almost just fucked up. So it actually gains us 12 life. But effectively only 9 and then 8. So our opponent's life total does not really matter to us. I wonder, next turn, do we block Squadron Hawk or do we block Healer's Hawk? We're on. It's only turn 3. So, if we... Oh, we could do... Well, now we're about trying to play around a tap land. We have no turn 3 play, though, so we should play our tap land anyway. So what we're going to do here is play out a Hawk. And I'm not too worried about anything they have going on. But we definitely want to go and get more Hawks. So, part of the consideration that was made when I fetched was, did I want to fetch Mistveiled Plains because this is a grindy matchup, and I might want to shuffle stuff back in. Ultimately, I determined not to, because it was more important to actually have a play before turn like 5. So what I'm wondering here is if my opponent is going to extend some more and tap out like they just did. So they can't sack Martyr anymore, and they also can't do anything relevant with their whole life, essentially. So we're going to block. We're going to block the Johnny here because it gives us the most life. And it doesn't matter, we're going to kill everything anyway. So he can't sack this Martyr. So he ran this Martyr out for no reason. He didn't attack with it. And he just like wiped out his whole hand. Next turn is a Farah, and then after that I can run Squadron Hawks.
Hey, Katie, did you put your toothbrushes in the...
So this game's like over. There's not really much recovery mechanism for him. Even with revival here, it wouldn't help him a lot. So now here we are. I want to represent path. So what I do... Oops, I need to put that back. So what I always... Oh shit, I can't do that. I can't undo it because it doesn't matter. I can represent path anyway. So actually in this game I don't want to turn a Farah on. I only have one. And I don't want to play out my Sarah Ascendant here. Because it's not turned on. So why run it into a path to exile? This is your opponent reading your cards and wondering if they have any way of not drowning in all the cards you're about to draw, by the way. Opponent's like, wait, he has 2 devotion. Why would you play that out? It's like, oh shit, he has 3 hawks. Opponent also has a bunch of hawks. I don't think he's never, so he's never showed us what's in his hand. So he has 3 cards of an unknown nature in his hand. But they're not hawks. Unless he only gets 2 hawks, then we'll know one of them was a hawk. So he got all 3 hawks, so he could play more hawks. But our next play is Martyr. So we play him. 2, 3. Oh, bugs, what's the matter? So we play Ranger of Eos, and we get a Sarah. We get a Martyr and a Sarah. And then we play Martyr. And we're at 4 devotion, so we're not really in the range to start punching with a Farah. But we do, oh yeah, that's just great. Okay, so what we do get to do, of course, is just keep drawing cards. Because we're about to crack for 1, 2, 1, 2, 6. So you can play more hawks, and I don't care. And I'm about to gain 18, and then I'm going to play Sarah's. I'll play a Sarah and a Gideon, and then I'll play a hawk. And there's pretty much nothing our opponent can do to turn the game around from this point. They can block a whole bunch with those, whatever they're called. So obviously this is why you leave the mana up, just to show him how screwed he knows most of these cards, so I just give him all. Gideon's gonna be real good. I don't want the basic. I already have one. That's all I care about. Opponent should be desperately trying to figure out how they're going to deal with our deck. And the answer is they're not. But we can let them try. So they don't, even if they attack here, it doesn't matter. So if they attack here, they had no blockers. Like now they could allegedly trade for my range. 2 and 3. So we're, oh, guys, buggy. So we know, because we're the best, of course. So here's the secret tech of playing this Gideon, right? Everybody's like, oh, why don't I just zero him when he comes out? And the answer is because you don't need to.
What's wrong, baby?
So we plussed on that because they could not double block us essentially. Because if they double block, they could kill our ranger.
Okay, he sounds tired as fuck.
Well, he's not tired. Like he will fall asleep in my hands, I promise you.
Okay.
But if he hasn't fallen asleep yet, it's because he's not sleeping.
So it's just his TTs.
He just wants mommy.
It's just his TTs. No, when mommy's
Seal
neck
away.
is not hurting
Okay.
like a bitch.
Sure.
That would be nice. Oh, I keep forgetting that you're recording right now.
It's okay, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. My friend's wife was commentating while he was playing.
Commentating?
Yeah, on the game, because she plays 2.
Okay.
That's Korean Mac, aka Big Mac.
Turn around, Mila.
So we have a whole bunch of ghost quarters, but we know they're playing like infinity basics. So there's no reason for us to start trying to like take them off land. It's not gonna work. If we draw it to fairy, this is actually like super hilariously bad. Flash. Yep. Okay. So that'll never hit our. That'll never hit our Gideon, by the way. We should do this the other way. So we're not close to turning around, right? 5, 6. We need 7. So now we're just going to start punching people in the face. We're not close to turning a Farah on or off. And we really don't want to be anyway. So what we can do is just keep punching people in the face with Sarah. I think I want to hold on to the Sarah in case we get more paths. As Vi says, punch first, ask questions while punching. So our opponent's kind of really in a bad way here. Even a board wipe doesn't protect us. Flash. Seal away. Sealing away our Gideon, probably. Not sure. We have another Sarah. We have another Gideon. Like, we'll have more Gideons, too. So he only has so much spot removal. He probably needs to seal... Like, he needs to seal away this Sarah. But if he does, I just play another. If he seals away our Gideon, then we hit him for 6. Or we kill one of his birds. Keep in mind, we have almost infinite birds. So he's sealing away our Gideon, which is really dumb. When seal away exiles target creature. And then he's got to block this or take 6. Gideon of the trials entered the effects area. The only kind of stinky thing, of course, is that even though he's no longer a creature, boom. Oh, hello, son. Do you see Daddy kicking butts? Would you like to use Squadron Hawk's ability? No. Get him, Daddy. Get him. Now we get to draw more cards. You can see we're keeping parity with them, even though... Oh, well, that's a pointless card in this matchup, but it's okay. We're keeping... Destroy target tapped creature. Oh, no. How terrible. So actually what we can do to get more planes, not that I think it's a particularly good idea, we can actually start ghost quartering our own ghost quarters. I'm not sure if that's necessarily the best idea I ever had. Whose phone?
My phone.
I don't know. Oh, shit. Losing time here for no reason. We can ghost quarter our own things, which is kind of hilarious, I guess. We might do that just for the sake of it. We don't need this much mana. Even though it's like the most expensive ramp that ever was, it will get us our planes. When we draw to fairy, this game's basically over. I don't care. Got this block. Oops. Probably should have ghost quartered our thing. Oh well. Anyway, so we get to draw another ghost quarter, and then we get to play another Sarah and draw another card next turn. And of course our opponent just has to figure out how they're going to get out of this in the next 9 minutes, and we're the ones who are in the strong and stable position. We can Halo Squadron Hawk. We don't want to Halo Squadron Hawk. We're just going to attack. This is a game that's not really going to be decided by life totals. But if it is... No, it's not going to be decided by life totals. So we can Ghost Quarter on their turn. Ghost Quarter our Field of Ruin. And go up 1 planes, and Ghost Quarter our Field of Ruin, our next one, and go up another planes. Which would put us at 4 planes next turn out of the 7 we need to turn on Emeria. Okay, does he not realize that there are strictly better versions of this card? Probably not. But I don't want to draw more lands, is also this other secret thing. So he gains a life, and that's cute. And then he finds a thing, which I get to see, which is less good. Probably finds a Johnny. The best possible world. Did he not reveal anything? Wow, so he whiffed on his bugler. Which is kind of interesting. I don't know why he's still in this game, to be honest with you. So we ghost corridor our field of ruin. And then, so we only have 3. Ghost corridor our field of ruin. And then we get a plane. So that's almost all the planes out of our deck. Illegitimate. That sucks. Okay. So, play planes. 3, 4, 5, 6. Johnny's Pride Mate, in case he gets one of those. Play a Hawk. Search our library, we can't. Go to combat, he's got no mana. Maybe he kills this one too. It's not really a big deal one way or the other. Keep in mind, we're the ones who boarded in all the big sweepers and shit. Maybe he's got another vengeance or something. I don't know. I don't really care either. So it kind of sucks that we wastelanded ourselves a little. Oh, say hi, Martyr Discord. Dude, you could do whatever you want at this point. Like, sure, you can have that little guy. What are you? Dude's grinding it out. I don't know what he's waiting for. Like, oh, Ketra would be really good in this build, though. Except for all these shitty cards that are not very good. I'm not even sure what's in our deck anymore. This one I'm just playing him out for the damage. We can go get a whole bunch of Martyrs, right? Because we have 1 Sarah in exile. We have a Martyr left. It's fine. We did play our planes, so now we go to combat. Oh, shit. We don't... Maybe we kind of shouldn't have done that, but it's okay. She's indestructible. Yeah, we're fine. As long as we played a creature this turn, which we did, then we're fine. Path, sure. Alright, we have all of our planes out, which means now his paths are free, which kind of sucks, but we're up to 5. Oh, and it turns off our gun. That's super hilarious. So we could turn her back on by casting another white creature, but let's not. This game's in the bag. We're almost twice his life total. We could still draw sweepers and also relevant finishers like Lyra. We get to draw more cards. Lyra. As I live and breathe, here's Lyra. Here to punch people in the face. I don't know what this guy was doing, I will be honest. I don't know why he's sticking it out. A sweeper doesn't save him here. I think Lyra even turns on a Farah now. Dude's buglering like crazy. He's like, no, let me bugle. Let me bugle. If he attacks, I won't block, because I would like to turn her back on. Put... Find out. he should attack here, because he does have vigilance. It's just totally irrelevant. He's like, I know, you know that I have another Sarah. Actually, I think even if I block here, I get to attack with a fire anyway. Wow, so I have all 4 of these, which is just hilarious. And then we get to swing with this guy for free. I don't know if our opponent's on the deck him out plan. We've got rid of all of his hawks, right? He's got healer hawks that might jump soon. Now, I did play a creature already, so we already get to draw a card. But we will get our. I think did I side the Teferi's out? You said. Nope, I kept them in. So eventually I'll just get a fucking Teferi. I'm only 2 planes away from turning Emeria back on. Turning Emeria on. Then I get basically nothing I care about. Sarah said it'll come back. I think next turn we'll play our Sarah sending out, so we can clock this game a little quicker. We'll win in 5 minutes, no matter what our opponent does. And there's no way our opponent kills us in the next couple minutes, but... What is my devotion? 8. So I could afford to lose 1 here anyway. That being said, I don't lose any life here. Sure. Gains a life. Sure. Blocks. No deaths. Now we get to draw another card. Attacks. Don't want to trade that. Well, this game's been over for a long time, dog. Next turn was Teferi, of course. Alright, so that's a pretty simple game. You can look at the sideboard here, none of this shit really would have mattered. This game was over when we were playing a strictly better deck. Opponent is playing standard cards, basically. The exception of Healer's Hawk, without playing like legitimate Soul Sisters. So, not really a competitive match, but one that is hilarious. So this is Nido King signing off. Nido Kaiser? Again, Nido Kaiser.